Christopher Columbus, presented by Kelly Sanchez. My portion of our group presentation will cover what Christopher Columbus did to make history and how his contemporaries viewed him. Christopher Columbus was in search of the riches of Asia. He felt that he could find a more direct route to Asia by going west instead of east. Columbus sailed west in search of that trade route on what he called his enterprise of the Indies. Unfortunately, Columbus had several miscalculations. Columbus thought the Asian continent stretched further east than it actually does. He also believed that Japan was 2,400 kilometers further east of Asia. He also miscalculated the circumference of the Earth. He estimated that Japan was only 4,440 kilometers away from the Canary Islands, when in fact, Japan is 19,000 kilometers away from the Canary Islands, which resulted in an error of 14,560 kilometers. Those errors led to the discovery of what is known as the New World. Instead of landing in Asia and all of its riches, Columbus discovered the Americas when he landed on a small island in the Caribbean Sea on October 12, 1492. Columbus was viewed by others in many different ways. In one way, he was noted as a failed administrator. He was actually charged with maladministration in the Indies in 1502. And in spite of the Queen's wishes, Columbus believed in slavery. He exported slaves to Spain, which often resulted in their death. And those who were not exported were often enslaved. He was noted as a ruthless and greedy imperialist, and a reward of 10,000 maravedis per year was offered to he who first saw land. Rodrigo de Triana, who was a lookout on the Pinta, cried, "Tierra, tierra," to claim that he had seen land. However, instead of giving the money to Rodrigo de Triana, Columbus kept the money for himself, claiming that he had seen lights the night before. Columbus is also noted as one of the greatest mariners in history. He had a sense for navigation and didn't often use some of the navigational tools used by other mariners during that period. He was masterful at reading nature and interpreting signs such as the smell of the air, condition of the seas, and color of the sky. He was also known as a national hero. He was appointed Admiral of the Ocean Sea, and he was granted a coat of arms in 1493, as noted on the bottom right-hand side.
Create your very own video podcast from PowerPoint. Log on to authorstream.com. It's absolutely free.